Hello everybody, I'm the Fox and welcome back to the land of fire. That's right, it's fire season again as another inferno sweeps through the Golden State. It feels like just yesterday we were discussing the Calfire and how it wiped out 153,336 acres, taking about 84 lives and 18,000 plus structures. It was the deadliest wildfire in California history and it was caused by a pg&e line. It was something that spent way longer in court than it should have, considering it devastated the entire community of Paradise. The big man at the time even showed his wonderful orange face to give his support.
You don't really see the gravity of it. I mean, as big as they look on the tube, you don't see what's going on until you come here.
To the people in need. And he even got the name wrong to really hammer in how important this publicity stunt was to him.
And what we saw at Pleasure, what a name right now. But what we just saw, we just left Pleasure. Paradise. For Paradise. And what we just saw at Paradise is just, it's just not a...
Around the same time, a blaze named the Calfire decimated Whiskeytown Lake. Burned over 229,000 acres, over 1,600 structures, and took at least 8 lives that we know of. A year later, we encountered multiple complex fires. One of them aptly named the August Complex Fire because it was in August. That one was a cluster of 38 plus wildfires started by dry lightning. Dry lightning happens when most of the precipitation evaporates before it ever hits the ground, leaving a dry tinderbox instead of a soggy one. The fire burned over 1 million acres, damaged over 900 structures, but claimed very few lives that we know about. It's like dumping a gallon of peanut oil into the city pool. You don't know the extent, but you can guarantee some perilous peanut panic. All shell will break loose. There are countless more to name, but I looked outside this morning and it seemed pretty perilous out here. The Dixie Fire. At the time of writing this, it has reportedly burned over 430,000 acres already. It is only about 35% contained, and it's been active for 23 days. That's over 3 weeks of fires, guys. There are multiple evacuation orders in place, and I have met so many evacuees personally that are out there with nowhere to go. More lives destroyed by the fire, and that's not even considering the animals, because the animals have nowhere to go either, so they're gonna be scuttling through your yards and stuff. You know, do what you can for them. Don't step on them, you know, let them go by. Don't freak them out any more than they already are, because they're losing everything too. Maybe leave out a small bowl of water if you can. Think of them too. We share this earth. So please guys, keep all of them in mind. And this fire is particularly noteworthy because during its greased up bowl in a thrift store of an escapade, it has destroyed the historic California town of Greenville. Some of those buildings were around since the 1800s. This is an absolute tragedy. I mean, I even tried to lighten the mood with that greasy bowl joke, and it seems even that flamed out. But has anyone seen a trend here? A pattern? Has anyone noticed something? It seems like these are getting progressively worse year after year. We have a recent influx of unemployed people and plenty of resources and machinery and equipment and whatever else you need to give them to arm them to do what they need to do to help start doing what should be done to stop this from happening to everybody. Yeah, say that 3 times fast. So why don't we just get brush cleaning crews out there? At least we can start fire breaking areas so we can stop the spread of this madness. As it sits, this fire, the Dixie Fire, just exploded over 100,000 acres in 24 hours, guys. If we had fire breaks, it would have at least slowed it a little bit, you know? We can't stop everything, but I have been heavily hinting for a while that philanthropists should gain notoriety as becoming heroes of the West and pioneering projects for us because, dude, we're suffering. The countless dislocated families would probably be pretty grateful about a program like that. Maybe. I don't know. Kinda hard to ask them since they're not at home anymore. They've all been dislocated and most of them are evacuees fleeing for their lives with no idea where they're going to go. Kinda hard to find people to ask them questions like that, isn't it? A lot of people don't think about this until you stand face to face with the inferno and it encroaches upon everything that you love. So maybe all of us who are stuck here and not off hiding in ivory towers or off on space odysseys should start banding together and getting more of a community basis, getting together and actually solving our problems ourselves because, come on man, does it look like they're gonna do it yet? We've been asking for a while. I know I'm not the only one who's been making these ideas. Join me in the comment section below for a place to brainstorm these ideas. Leave a like and subscribe and share and just get the message out there so we can beat the algorithm and more people can become aware of what's going on here, because I feel like this is one of those things that gets kind of overlooked and it's like, oh no, we're gonna worry about other things when guys, we're dying out here. A lot of people. Each interaction helps us get further and brings us closer to the goal of doing something about this. Maybe, just maybe, if we can get enough attention, the ripple can become a wave. Here's the AQI, or Air Quality Index, so you know what you're looking at and what your conditions are. Here's a current AQI map of the time that I'm making this, at least. And everyone, hey, be safe out there. Help your fellow humans. United we stand.